It's the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. I can still hear it. Hey! Wake up! Today is the day. How we doing? How are you Negroes today? Can you just imagine what I'm going to say? Well, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Another one that has decided to kill a few Negroes. Good Lord. How are we doing, folks? It's 12:01. And I'm about done. It's 12:01 on the 27th of August, 2023. And thank you, Negroes, for tuning in to me. My name's Doug Rice. I am Doug Rice. I do a show Monday through Friday. And just daily news for Negroes to peruse. And on Sunday, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it at noon or change it to 10 because everybody's kind of used to me at 10 o'clock. I may change next week till 10 a.m. But for now, it is noon. And today is the day. My goodness, what can I say? How do you feel? How do you feel, Negroes? How do you feel? Yesterday, dear God, yesterday, one of them determined that they could not live the rest of their lives without murdering a few Negroes. And once that was accomplished, they saw to turning the gun on themselves. 3 killed in Jacksonville Dollar General shooting that targeted Black people. Let me recap. The 3 killed in Jacksonville, where, brothers and sisters, where? Dollar General store. Let me stop right there. How many of you shop at Dollar General store? How many Negroes do you know as you go to and fro that shop at the Dollar General? My wife shops at the Dollar General. My children, my grandchildren, I can't imagine there be too many Negroes not familiar with Dollar General. And here we have one here that got up and determined and made a decision. All his 20-year-old self made a decision. No help. He did it all alone, like a lone gunman would, because they're prone. And like so many, he decided to jot down a ditty and then travel in the city and see what he could accomplish, nitty gritty. Well, he killed 3 of us. And then he killed himself like a coward, raised by the parents that allowed a 20-year-old something to remain in their home and build this kind of maleficent hatred for an unknown group of people that he does not know nor come into contact with. How dare this maligned piece of human waste determine that we must have a taste? Let's get back to it. So, 3 killed in Jacksonville Dollar General store shooting that targeted who? Black people. Here's the recap. The shooter, in the hate-motivated attack at a Dollar General, left messages, as they're prone to do, that included his disgusting ideology of hate. But not too late. 3 people were killed in the shooting today at Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida, before the gunman killed himself, Sheriff T.K. Waters said. The identities of the 3 people killed, 2 males and 1 female, have not been publicly released. All 3 were black. The shooter, a white man. No, not a white man, a white male, a man. A man was not what the fuck he was. Don't let me get started early. He traveled from Clay goddamned motherfucking County, where this piece of putrid goddamn filth lived, with his parents. And he went to Jacksonville. He carried out the shooting. The sheriff said the FB goddamned I has opened up a fucking federal civil rights investigating into the shooting and will investigate it as we surprisingly find a fucking hate crime. Well, I'll be damned. Well, good day, Negroes. What can I say? Guess that's how it goes. And there they all 3 lay. I don't know about you, but I'm through. I don't know about where you stand in this whole melee, but the goddamn shit just ain't fucking okay, and we are going to go into it today. So this is what we're faced with. This is it. This is the culmination of Donald Trump and all that he chooses to foment and create within this country. And as this begins, I want Negroes to take it all in. And whatever you do, get rid of that goddamned grin. A white gunman fatally shot 3 black people in hate-motivated shooting at a Dollar General, retail, Jacksonville, Florida, on Saturday after fucking noon, Sheriff T.K. Waters said. Shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people. My God, don't they? He hated black people. In fact, he said he wanted to kill the N-word. Well, damn. And you are all of 20 years old, are you, or were? Shooter, who wore a tactical vest and was armed with an AR-style rifle and Glock handgun, had left messages for his parents, the media, the federal law enforcement officials, detailing racial hatred. Waters said the firearms were marked in white pen with swastikas. This was, quite frankly, a white male domestic terrorist who decided he wanted to take lives. I know it says maniac, I'm looking right at it. He targeted a certain group of people And that's black people. That's what he said he wanted to kill. And that, my friends, is very clear. Well, I don't know. Some of you just got to go, huh? Just can't take it. I know, just looking at it, and I just can't fake it anymore. I can't do this shit. It's obvious they have a problem. If you have virgin ears, get the fuck out of this live, because you may not survive. I mean that. Because today ain't the day. Look, folks, what more must happen? I mean, listen, we don't do that shit. We don't do what they do. You don't find Negroes sitting down writing a manifesto, pages long, a diatribe of how they can't stand white people. And you certainly don't find that same Negro to drive in his car into some upper white suburban area to lay melee and waste on the lives of innocent white people. I was having a conversation with Antoine Anderson and told him we wouldn't have made it into the goddamned shop. We'd have made it into the store. Shit! We'd have got pulled over traveling to their goddamned community. We don't do that shit. We don't do that. We don't murder indiscriminate white people because they are white people. We don't do that. Now, look, you'll find an anomaly, an occasional individual drawn mad by the constant barrage of caucasity fused into the mental acuity of the minds of Negroes everywhere, and one may snap. That might happen. It's rarity. But this seems a pattern with these motherfuckers. And we're going to talk about it. Yes, we are. Good day to you. This is Doug Rice. And today, my language is going to be as colorful as I please, because Negroes please. So, you want to murder us, huh? Look, man, this whole manifesto shit, we're going to get into this. We're going to examine it. I do 7 topics. There they are. And then I do the news. Today, I started off with the headline that we all know happened yesterday. This singularity of caucasity that determined with veracity to drive his pale, sanctified ass into our neighborhoods and just do 3 Negroes in. And if he could have gotten more, he would have. But what strikes me as odd, my brothers and sisters, before I go any further, is the fact that this coward ass individual chose to kill himself. I wonder what he was thinking. I don't give a fuck. How much more must this happen? How many times? How often? We just got to look. Dylan Roof wrote a fucking manifesto. Yes, he did, motherfuckers. This last clown that decided to write pages long manifesto and decided to drive miles on a goddamn Saturday to kill 10 Negroes. And now this. And what bothers me, folks, is Ron DeSantis doesn't seem hell-bent on canceling out the hatred being taught within his rancid-ass goddamn state full of racist, white nationalist, neo-Nazi, coward-ass motherfuckers. No, he finds more of a threat in teaching CRT to his children, these fucking monsters they're raising. Doesn't appear to be CRT that's driving them insane. It doesn't seem to be the history involving Negroes in this country that drives these maggots toward certain destruction. It doesn't seem to be those teachings to me. But we gonna talk about what it might be, though. And here we fucking go. Oh yeah, your ears will be damaged today. Good day. 27th of August, 2021. Thank you for tuning in, please. I know I'm rough. I'm not even working at half speed. I've said this before. But today just seems appropriate. And if you like what we offer, Detrina, Antoine Anderson, and myself, I couldn't do it without these moderators because I can't keep track of what you're talking about and what I have to say. And what I have to say takes precedent today, let me tell you. And so if you appreciate what we do, please take the time, take the consideration, take the generosity you might feel in your heart and give to this effort so that we might do it until we get the hell out of here because we're leaving. Okay. All right, let's begin. 12:15, good opening. I like it. I liked it. I dug it. I hope you did too. My name is Doug Rice, and I ain't nowhere near through. The anchor topic. Topic number one that brings us into this melee today. Topic number one. Their Manifesto Madness. Oh, dear God. The sadness. What the fuck are these manifestos about? Well, let me tell you while I shout. Let me tell you what they are. Let me tell you what these manifest destinies, these manifestos that they write before some of them take that long, good goddamned night. These things represent the lacking they have. The lacking of any manifest destiny to be had by them. Unwritten, let me understand this clearly. They are writing their own scriptures because they don't have scriptures of their own. The scriptures, the Bible, everything involving its story involves Negroes. They have a big part to play. Small, insignificant part, and then they're sent on their goddamned way. And they see that too. They know there's no future, there's no destiny. Why would there not be a destiny for these people? Why must they manifest their own madness? Well, the tell that tells. See, their gods wrote nothing for them. There are no writings for them. They have to go on what our Almighty God provided as scripture for this planet. Now, that's not to say there aren't other writings provided by other gods. There are, but for these Aryan-related beings, there are no writings, save the fables they tell around the dinner tables regarding Zeus and these other Olympian gods, so obtuse and so odd, blonde-haired, blue-eyed demons. That's where they originate from. We'll talk about that later. They manifest their own madness. And the repetition in their writings gives deep inciting into the psyche of these weakened beings, being as weak as we are seeing, having Negroes running and fleeing. They manifest this shit. They have no future. There's nothing written into the books save for the opportunity they have to cling to Negroes to survive. That they can't abide. And so they write manifest destinies. And here's how they go. You know, I mean, they write and they write and they write and they write and they publish and they write. And nobody reads the shit. Nobody gives a damn. Because their destiny has already been written into scriptures and they don't like what they see. They get the picture. So this manifest madness, this wreck of an object they look to validate their very being. Listen, they look at us and see what they lack. They can't help it. Let me take y'all back a little bit. Antoine and I were talking a little earlier. We were talking about what they're looking at when they see us, and they see what they see when they're looking at us too. Listen to me. Listen well. There's no earthly possibility that they don't look upon Negroes and see the differentiation between us. They cannot help but put two and two together as the sun shines visibly shimmering above them, turning us a golden brown, while they burn a beet red. You heard what I said. And all the while, with a smile, they look in our faces and particular places and scream about their superiority. Well, as I look at them under the sun, that's not what I see. They write their own manifest destiny because they see they have no future. See? I mean, what is it? What drives them insane? What is it? What is it? I mean, you just don't like Negroes. You just don't like blackness. Is that it? I mean, just what is it? I mean, you got to have a reason to attack us, and you do. But you can't voice that reason. You don't have a clue. They're manifested madness, and there's more coming too. Antoine and I talked about it, and I'm going to bring him on toward the end of the show. They're going to do something magnanimous just to let us all know. Oh, yes, it's coming. You know, Negroes will be running. And I'm not talking about 10. I'm not talking about 3. I'm not talking about the possibility of just a few. I'm talking about hundreds, if not thousands. And that's on the way. Let me tell you something, folks. They're plotting, they're planning. Their imagination's spanning. And they don't like their future. They don't like what they see before them. And it's no longer a possibility to ignore them. The next one that writes something and decides to go on a shooting spree, maybe you Negroes might think back and remember me. I don't know. Next! All right, yeah, that started it. It's manifest destiny. You know, they write this shit. What? They're making shit up. They're making shit up. Listen, you want to know what's going to happen to you Gentiles? You know what's going to happen to you Esau? You want to know what's going to happen to you? Open up scriptures, read it, and then cling to Negroes. That's what you do. Next. All right, we're done. You know, it got me a little bit worked up. I'm a little bit turned up. I'm a little bit burnt up. You know, you kill 3 of us and then kill yourself. I'm not going to throw that one on the shelf. We're going to talk about that. Okay. Listen, changing the subject. Hey, we are all on loan. We're all on loan. We're all on loan. This came to me. You know, you think about your actions and what you do privately. You know, you keep it to yourself. I'm not trying to say. But as you go about your daily life, remember this, your life is not your own. We are all on loan. You and I, specifically Negroes, have been bought and purchased by the blood of Yahushua, Son of the Almighty God. He allowed himself to be murdered by Romans. And that serves as a purchase. So the being that you have, the essence that makes you, you. I mean, you can be so proud of it too. It ain't you. It ain't yours. It don't belong to you. That's purchased property. It's on loan. And be glad that the Creator allows you to take it on your own little bit. You know, but let me tell you this, because there's hope, because there's a lease option. There is a lease option. You know, there's a lease with option to buy. You know, the sacrifice that you might have to make to purchase that which you are now indebted to, well, you know, telling what that price might be, boo. But look, we're all on loan. You're just borrowing this. You don't have any fucking rights. I need you to know this. You don't have any rights. You have any rights? What are you talking about? You have any privacy? You don't have any privacy. You have no rights. You need to stop that. Stop. Everything you're doing is being observed, recorded for later judgment. Keep that in your back mind. Okay? Don't allow that thought to unwind. Okay? That's some real business. And every single thing that you've said and done will be called into account by the one true God. So you're all on loan. We're all on loan. This ain't ours. None of this belongs to us. Purchased, owned by Big Brother. He's got the deeds. He's got the title. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, you're not your own person. I mean, it's a sobering, solidifying, straightening fact. It will literally affect how you act. It will straighten your conduct, to be sure. I'm just saying, you're on loan. Just saying, you're on loan. Just think about it, damn it. Next. Okay, so I talked about flea doctrine, right? We know about it. But there's another. There's the stay doctrine. Some of you brothers, some of y'all got it in the mind to dig in, huh? Oh boy, let me just tell you a few things. I'm gonna begin here. Look, I understand there's a doctrine. My family fought and died for this country. My relatives are buried right there. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think I said it before. They carried Moses' body around for a long time. I think Joseph's too. So dig them up and take them with you. This is the stay doctrine. This is what y'all brothers are talking about. It involves willful blindness. Other brothers can scream and shout. Doesn't matter what you see. You are ready to be down with the system, huh? The stay doctrine. Dig in. I mean, you smell the smoke. You see the flames. Doesn't matter. You choose to remain. You want to go get the linen from the closet and make the bed. That's right. Lay on down and breathe deep. You'll be dead. The stay doctrine is going to do a whole bunch of brothers in. And I hate to say it, some of them brothers is my kin. That's right. Go along and get along. What, Tim Scott? Dear God, where did we get these brothers? They're mighty odd. I mean, dear God, man, I've heard some of them speak. I've heard what they let leak out of their mouths, and it's foul. And most times it's just an agreement with caucasity and whiteness. And I mean, most of them say it real rough. There is no politeness. The stay doctrine. We sick. I mean, that's really what it boils down to, isn't it? That's it. I mean, we got some brothers that believe that all will be forgiven. All will be well. I can't find the words enough to tell these brothers that it's all going downhill from here. And all I'm asking you to do is lend a goddamned ear. Okay? Because this ain't happening. This is no longer viable. Okay? The system that we're in is not reliable. Anyway, this is the stay doctrine. Some brothers got it locked in their mind. I'm telling you, they just want to sit here on a comfortable Negro behind. Huh? You like this place? Huh? You like it? Take that grin off your face. See how much you like it then. Moving on, the Doug runs, Joe. I am, baby, the Doug. Okay. Thanks again for showing up. We do have a sponsor. I did lay down that badass track in the beginning of the show. You like that? Huh? A little twidware. Twidware, folks. Some good stuff. Guys got it going on 13 plus 14, maybe now 15 years in the business. And if I might give him a little plug, which I think I will do, he's got some great stuff. I mean, stuff that, I don't know. Let me see. I can't show it to you, can I? You can't show it while I'm on the show or I'll go offline. But you saw it at the beginning. You'll see it at the end. Get some Twidware. Twidware.com. Use the promo code TDRS and get 10% off all Twidware gear. Also, Try out the new Twidwear skincare. Twidwear. Cut, wrap, that's good, huh? Let's put that in the can. All right, let's continue. You know what? They keep seeing things. You not noticing this? I mean, it's with all that's going on with the murders and the mass shootings and the white grievance and the Donald Trump and the blonde, the blue, all of that going on. They keep seeing things. I mean, it's getting a bit tragic. I mean, I'm not even calling it black magic. I'm just saying they're seeing shit. Now let's start. Where are they seeing shit? Let's go. They got massive objects that they're observing being built in our direction. That's the best way for me to say it, your mental protection. I need you to grasp the wideness of that ideation. Okay? I mean, they're looking at something being built from that station up there. And that's not the only thing they're seeing. They're seeing things on the sun that just landed again on the moon. I mean, I didn't never think we'd get back there soon, but they're also seeing things in the sky around this earth. Okay, for what it's worth, they're seeing things on the ground as well. I mean, they're hearing sounds. Do tell. These folks are seeing things because things are being seen. Now, let me delve into exactly what I mean. Look, as time cascades forward, we are moving forward in time. It's unseen, unfelt. But as it happens, it seems that a crack has been opened, and there appears to be let loose a lot of anomalies that are going around. Now, listen, they're filming these things now. Now they're providing proof. It's not just some drunk hillbilly on his roof. They're seeing things now. But Negroes don't need to fear, because these things that they see, they simply won't come near. Negroes have some protection. I call it melanin. And there's a scientific proof. I'm not trying to sell it, but yeah, it's true. Melanin protects us from this unseen spectrum, dimension, whatever you want to mention, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But they're seeing things. They really are. They're seeing things, and those things are being seen. They also now are beginning to see things in the sea. Now, you better follow me here. I mean, if they're doing the space, the sky, the earth, and the sea, where exactly are all these people going to flee? There's nowhere to go. They're coming from under the earth as well. And I got to tell you, they're coming from other dimensions as well. So as this happens, and I only mention it so that you understand, do not, don't stare too long. Don't get enthralled with all the things that they see. Okay? Keep your eyes on the prize and listen to me. Oh, I had to throw that. Anyway. Yeah, they do though. And listen, I recommend things. I recommend Suspicious Observers on YouTube. Suspicious Observers. Negroes. Pay attention to that dude. He's a white dude. Okay? Conscious. Knows that what they're seeing are demons. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he got spiritual leanings. Also, the Earth Master. Another one. Listen, keep watch, not on what they're showing you. You understand? Yeah, they only showing you what they want to show you because they think they know you and they don't know you. And they'll bro you about that shit all day. All right, next, I'm just clipping along. So let me talk about our Negro God. Now, I know this is a topic that might seem odd, but I mentioned it yesterday in a post. And that post seemed to have gotten attention the most. I said that the only group of people worshiping the true God are Negroes. I did say that. I meant that too. And it got a lot of response from those that ain't you. You know what I mean? They got in their feelings about that. Yeah, the one true God is the God of Negroes. And there are other gods, and we'll see how that goes. But it's what terrifies them. just the possibility. Can you just imagine the feedback I got from so many? When I said that, when I asserted that as a fact, I got to tell you, there was a lot of blowback. And it was from everywhere. It was from Negroes. It was from our oppressors. It was kind of weird, man. Our Negro God seems to put them at odds with, I don't know, what they seem to believe God is. But hair of wool, skin, burnt brass. Well, ain't too much of a mystery in this. We know. And here's the thing, guys. Look, the tale has been told. The story has been told. The Creator allowed these beings to create these beings and then went about his business. And it was noted in perfect scripture that the Creator came to find out that all the other names of gods are being called up except the name of the true God. And this is when God chose Abraham. So, our Negro God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the Negro family of Hebrews. And our true God is on the way. What can I say? Their gods look like them. We said this earlier. Listen, I've come to this conclusion. I thought there was something I might be missing. But it's obvious with the tales that we hear, from everywhere. I mentioned Mount Olympus, but there's the Vishnu God from India or Hindu. That individual doesn't look like you. So they all created beings that resembled themselves. Okay. So our Negro God, a little bit different. You'll be able to tell. Oh yeah, buddy, we're on a roll like butter. All right. 12:36. I'm trying to make good time. Relax. Talk amongst yourself. Detrina, Antoine Anderson, regulate. I'm sorry. Looking for the exits. Oh, yeah. Let me ask you, when did Negroes stop looking for the exits? Now we have rekindled the interest in relocating from within this. But now it's got to be a proactive activity. Can't be just common proclivity. Looking for the exits, and there are plenty to be found. I mean, seriously, all you got to do is look around. God will direct our step, and I believe he will make the way. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. I gave some thought to leaving years ago. I created a community called The Agenda, and it waned. The thought of leaving, I more or less was believing that if I just relied on the Creator, he'd show me a way out of this sometime later. But now, not with these events. Let me tell you something. I will not relent. The time to leave is as soon as you can. And that's every Negro woman, child, and man. Now it's a pursuit. It's an obsession of mine. It's where I will spend a great deal of my time in the pursuit of being free of this space, and all without a goddamned grin on my face. It just came together. Next, no, not next. You keep the search secret about your searching to leave. I'm going to tell you why I say this, and this is what I believe. When you start talking about leaving, some of them will chirp up and try to show you the door. Some of them even say a little bit more. But it's interesting, It's interesting how many people are so quick to offer you at the door, the exit to the home that they had no fucking business in building. I mean, the majority of the people that speak up telling Negroes, if you don't like it, leave, are 2 generations from speaking Euro trash. You best believe. So keep what you're doing to yourselves. Let's get the hell out of here. Next. Now it's next. All right. I got it all together. Okay, good. And last, thy kingdom come. Drink some water. Got to get some. Thy kingdom come. I try to close the 7 topics with the kingdom because, well, it's our job to try to bring them, right? Okay, moving on. Do you truly look for it? Now, we talk about the kingdom of God, an obtuse subject, non-tangible, ethereal in its reference. But the kingdom is more real than this place because this place is built within the structure of the unseen kingdom of God. It does not reign in this space. It is ruled by Satan. It's ruled by the objection. It's ruled by, the error, all right? But we wish for it to come here while here amongst other kingdoms. And by doing so, by praying for thy kingdom to come, you simultaneously pray for all kingdoms to fall. I got a little bit more to say because that's not all. They're not just words. Thy kingdom come. It's not just words. Don't get it undone. It's a request. It's a beg. I mean, if you talk about the kingdom coming, you're literally begging the Creator to come do away with every kingdom that is in the way of his kingdom. So how real do you make it? Some people are in love with the fantasy of the kingdom's arrival. They somehow think it includes their survival. The kingdom's coming is not going to be a happy day. We're talking about gnashing of teeth, and falling away. So when you wish for the kingdom, when you talk about thy kingdom come, first understand the thy in there is not equal to man. It's God Almighty's kingdom you're wishing to come. And by doing so, you wish every other kingdom to come undone. That's it. Okay. We're done there. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Doug Rice Show. In the halftime, we're going to talk about some of the offerings that we have. Remember, folks, we do this 6 days a week now. 6 days a week. I got to come up with something. I got to do things. And I want you to be compensated for your generosity if you so choose to be generous. And in doing that, I offer PDFs. Okay? Now, I've said this before. I'll say it again. The PDFs are not sold PDFs. I'm not selling anything. Okay, let me show you the price list. I'm not selling PDFs. Okay, now what I'm doing. Let me see if I can get that a little bit. Boom, here you go. Boom. What I'm doing is I am compensating you PDFs for PDFs that you might want. That is all that I am doing. So if you give out of the kindness of your heart, if that's the reason that you give, well, I appreciate it. And what I'm going to do, I'm trying to see where I can get the PDFs for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you as many PDFs as you give in relation to this calculation. And there's some nice stuff I got too. I want to tell you that. I want to show it to you. Hold on. And I got it here. Hold on, folks. It's just so interesting trying to do this and, produce the show and just be everything to everybody. Here we go. Okay. All right. So I can do it here. No big deal. So we've got, again, I want to show you the actual PDFs that we have. And unfortunately, everything's going wrong because I just can't seem to get my shit together. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, there's Negro info. Okay, I got it. Here we go. All right, so these are PDFs that we have, okay? If you can see those, that's kind of what we got. Worked out nice. I'm in the corner there. And this is just a small amount of PDFs. And like I said, some people, you can find it yourself, but if you give us any amount over $1, under 200, we're going to give you a certain amount of PDFs. Freeze it, take a look at it. There are books galore. Freeze it, take a look at it. Other books, some of them in Hebrew. I don't know what they're saying. and also a lot of study books. And again, this is not all. And that is the plug for the books. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Hit the notification bell as if they're going to notify you. They're not. Do all of those things. And that's what we're doing. Okay, now let's get to the second half of the show. Again, my name is Doug Rice. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the first half. We're going to get into some Negro news. We're going to talk about some of the things that we see in the news, and hopefully you might get that grin off your faces now and again. Who knows? Here we go. Pastor urges sadness, not rage, after white shooter kills 3 black people in Florida. And like that, he's on code. Who are these people? Who are these beta male Negroes that pop up when 3 of us get murdered? He wants peace, not rage. You know what? We do for a little bit of rage now and again, right? I mean, when they feel like raging, they write out some shit and they go kill a few Negroes. And the response to that from our spiritual so-called leaders is, urges sadness. He wants us to be sad. The pastor of a church near the site of the racist shooting of 3 black people inside a Florida store told congregants Sunday to follow Jesus Christ's example and keep their sadness from turning into rage. Negro, if you don't get your drivel out of my face, I don't know who these individuals think they are. And I dare say that if something had happened to his family member, I wonder had he been preaching that today, talking about turning the other cheek. Shit gets real when it's your own. I mean, it does. Interesting. Next, I'm going to pick it up a little bit. You know, I don't want to go too long today. My voice is going. And here was this. This is backfiring. Florida's new Black history curriculum says slaves developed skills that could be used for personal benefit. I want to return to that because this is backfiring in the face of Ron DeSantis. Now there's an interest in Black history that's exploded in Florida, and who knows, maybe that had something to do with the guy that decided to lose his fucking mind yesterday. I don't know. But the more they seem to blame all of their troubles on Negroes, the more they seem to act individually in doing horrendous things, have nothing to do with Negroes but taking out on Negroes. What do you think? Talk amongst yourselves. Next! Yeah, we're just trying to get the news. And why do I do this? Why do I read the news? Well, I got an assignment for you tomorrow involving that grin that you carry on your face when you're going to work. Tomorrow, you're going to try something different. We'll talk. All right, just trying to get the news. This was interesting. Listen to this. Parents angered after Florida school assembly singles out Black students. It's infuriating, says a parent after staffer members at Bunnell Elementary in Florida pulled Black 4th and 5th grader students out of their classes to attend a PowerPoint presentation to address low standardized test scores. Read that, G. So they took 4th and 5th graders, our impressionable Negro youth, already bombarded with the children of the fallen, these demons they send to these schools, these privileged, snotty, sniveling looking. Okay. And those who add to their anger and excess, they now pull them out of the school individually or collectively as Black students. That sends the message to address this thing, low standardized test scores, as if only the Negroes got low test scores. The whites, they got their scores were good. Yep. So you can understand why parents might be, a little bit upset. What message? Here's the psychological trip that is. They have our children on mental lockdown in these goddamn schools, and they piss me off. Because you send your child to these structures, supposed higher learning, and they enclose them within these edifices, and then they scramble their brains, affecting their trajectory. And then we have to deal with it. When it's all said and done, our children are fucked up, and they seem to be thriving. I don't know. It's just a conclusion that I'm arriving. Next. I don't know. I'm just, anyway. What is that? I don't know. Did I pick that? I didn't pick that. So black journalist in Texas A&M, $1 million for the professor. $1 million. Look at that smile. That's $1 million smile, folks. That's $1 million smile. Kathleen McElroy poses Tuesday with a big shit-eating grin. Reached a $1 million settlement. Good Lord. Botched attempts to hire her unraveled after pushback over her past work promoting diversity. So because she wanted to promote diversity, what the fuck is it about this diversity? What are we doing? What is it? They don't want diversity, and diversity isn't where it's at. Obviously, it's tribal. And that's that. I don't understand the diversity. See, here's the problem. They only want it diverse if they're in charge. They only want it diverse if all things favor them. If they only want it diverse if you have a marginalized, mitigized voice in what's going on. The diversity is a fucking lie in this country, and Donald Trump is pulling all the fucking covers. They don't want diversity. They want a white nation filled with black sycophants. And I just can't. Next. All right. See what we got. We'll try to keep it going. This kind of caught my eye. I'm trying to get the picture here. Let's take a look at if I could just hold on. Let me see if I can maybe go. Okay. So here you go. Here you go, folks. Trump co-defendant, head of Black Voices for Trump, denied bail and will remain in prison. Co-defendant. Trump's co-defendant. Let's see. Trump's co-defendant. That's what he looked like right there. Now, the boy went down there and reported to jail like he's supposed to do. He probably thought everything's there. He probably made some called Trump, said, hey, man, you got to help me out. Trump said, no worry, bro. Just go down there. I got you. When he got into jail, the bro had one phone call, called Trump. Bro didn't answer. And there he stayed for Trump. Well, I'll be damned. So the question now becomes this. How you think this Negro feeling right about now? It's not. I guess it's not important. Next, I just don't understand some of us. Blacks for Trump. So I see the guys up there, blacks for Trump. Blacks for Trump. We don't call ourselves blacks, man. That's Trump calls us blacks. So you're sitting up there with a big old black. Another one had the N-word. Niggas for Trump. I couldn't believe it. Really? On his shirt. What? How much is he paying? He got to be paying a lot of money, bro. That's full time. That's a livable income right there. Somebody got a new car. I mean, what? Credit scores have been cleaned. Something happening, man. Blacks for Trump. I wish I would. What are the blacks for Trump doing today? Who's to say? Okay, here we go. Black Lives Matter seeks criminal charges. Oh, Lord, what did I do? Wait, let me go back. Black Lives Matter seeks criminal charges, smaller, against NYPD, there it is, cop accused of killing Bronx moped rider Eric Dupree with a cooler. With a fucking... You killed him with a cooler, huh? It's not an accident. It's not the result of a crash. It was an unhinged police officer who picked up a cooler full of sodas, full of waters, slammed it into a man's face who was riding a scooter down his goddamn block. Oh, are you ready to leave? What do they got to do? They're slamming coolers into your head, killing you while you're riding your mopeds on their streets. Their streets. You don't think this is their country? They're not acting like it's their country to you? Do they act like it's your country? Ask the fucking FedEx dude or the Amazon worker or whoever it was who got chased down the street by two crazed white males with a gun who got off on a technicality, who now the brother is no longer working. Does this feel like your country? Do you feel welcome? Okay, I just thought I'd ask because I can go all day. I'm built to last. All right, 12:54. I don't think I'll do any more if there's no more to do. I believe I've done enough. What about you? Man, a white man fatally shoots 3 black people in Florida, kills himself. And let me show you what we're doing. This is Negroes. We're in a circle praying. Residents gather for prayer. This is who Negroes are. Now, I want you to take a good look at that, folks. I want you to see that. I want you to look at that. I want you to ask yourself a question. If a Negro had gotten in his car after writing 3 manifestos to go kill 3 white people that were shopping on a Saturday, would we see a fucking round circle of white people praying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sure you do. Sure you do. All right. Wow. It is amazing. And the activity is unfazing. I am going to call this, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you listening to my show and my rhyme. But tomorrow you're going to go into work. And most of you are going to go in looking like a jerk. I can tell you that, and I mean that. You know, there's nothing that will appease these people more tomorrow morning than seeing a Negro with a smile on his goddamn face. Let me tell you. Let me tell you the ease with which you will set these beings if you choose to grant them safe passage wearing a smile to work tomorrow. Now, I dare say if there were ever time to challenge the status quo, challenge to see if you know where they really stand, I'd say tomorrow is the best way to do it. I mean, look, man. If you go into work tomorrow, you certainly don't have to wear a grin. I mean, for God's sake, God damn it, you don't even have to go in. But it's time, at least, you know, if a message be sent, let's send it thus. I mean, we're 50 years from sitting back of the bus, are we? So I'm gonna give you a challenge. I just want to see what they do. You know, you do what I challenge, and maybe you'll see too. All right? All I want you to do is tomorrow you go to work and you get in your little cubby holes and you report. You know they're waiting for you. They're ready to see what you think about what happened. You understand that. And they're waiting for validation. They're waiting for the comfort that you offer when you smile in their goddamn faces. All I'm asking tomorrow specifically, give it a rest. Give your face muscles a rest. Go in tomorrow with a serious countenance. Go in tomorrow like the shit's on your Negro mind. You might find a reaction to your presence and not normal order. You understand? I mean, they're going to feel what you exude. It's not going to be polite. In fact, it might feel rude. But if you intend to remain in their good graces, get that goddamned grin off your faces and see if you remain. Know what I'm saying? All right, I'm out. You guys have a good one. I'm done. Go to work tomorrow. Be serious about it.